Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 worth of £2 coins to have a hunt through looking for commemoratives. Ones with more than face value, but ideally the one coin we still need to finish this book. That's England Commonwealth Games. Would be a superb coin to tick off and finish this book number 4. We've got everything else up to and including the Great Fire of London, 2020? Yeah, 2020's Britannia. Allegedly was meant for circulation, although we've seen hide nor hair of it, so we don't know whether that's going to go in, and we need to return that in a moment. I've had some comments about it, so let's get into this bag, see what we find. Find. Okay then, first bag, we'll see what we get, show you what we're looking for. That is technologies. We don't want technologies. There are some lower minted years, just not low enough that I think they're worth keeping. Our first commemorative is the wireless transmission, Marconi. Very common, you see that quite a bit. Sadly not much to be excited about in that, the first bag. So we need to return to 2020's Britannia. Why have I got Britannias in the book but no technologies? Because Britannia is a definitive design along with technologies. We've got our first one over face value, not massively so. It's Shakespeare's Histories. Check the edge inscription on this. It should say the Hollow Crown, which I think it does there, Hollow Crown. That's fine. I check all the Shakespeare's because 2016 seems to be a bad year for edge inscriptions for the Royal Mint. Oh, that's going to be something as well. Oh, Shakespeare's Tragedies. So this is the one Shakespeare that has been found to be confirmed edge inscription errors. It should say, what a piece of work is a man, but if it says, for king and country, that'd be very exciting. Is a man. So that's fine. Nothing to worry about on that. Still a little bit over face value though. Excuse me, which is good. And then, oh, speaking of edge inscriptions, we have got the World War I Army Centenary, the one that should say for king and country, but some have got the Great Fire of London's, the whole city in dreadful flames, something like that. So yeah, country. So again, that's the edge inscription that should be on that, so not the one we want. So yes, the definitive Britannias are in the book. There's spaces for them, and I probably will put a 2020 Britannia in. Now, why is that? It's because Charles Dickens as well, another very common one. So it's purely because it's a coin that's over face value, so it seems sensible to keep it. And whilst we're keeping it, we might as well have a slot in the book for it. Whereas all the technologies, like I said, there are some lower minted years. If someone really needed a specific year on technologies for their collection, they may pay over face value for it, don't get me wrong, but consistently selling, I wouldn't expect to sell many technologies over face value. We've got Brunel's Achievements, the Archers at Paddington Station. So very common. We've got a dual counter counting that. So we've got counters for a couple of other coins as well. Some scarcer, some more common ones, just out of interest to see how many we find. This one, in fact, Florence Nightingale, we have got the counter for. I picked it because I really like the coin, but obviously when we finish the book and revamp, put new counters in, I probably will scrap Florence Nightingale. So it's purely because, ooh, there's Britannia. It's purely because if I had counters for every coin, it would take me forever to make a video, so time saving, I tend to swap and change some of them. Britannia, so like we said, 2015's Britannia was the first year that became the new definitive, replacing technology. Very low minted year, 650,000, so it's a desirable year. 2016 is the other year, the next year, in fact, from 2015, where it circulated slightly more, but still over face value, desirable coin. And then 2020, was it 2021? I can't remember now. My brain's playing tricks on me. It's been minted, but we haven't seen any in circulation. This is a 2016 though, the more common of the the 2 years that we know the mintage. But anyway, we're getting into ourselves into a pickle over that one. The other thing worth mentioning, last £2 coin hunt, holy Toledo, Jane Austen £2 coin found in circulation. I could not believe my eyes. I have finally found an NIFC, so not intended for circulation, commemorative £2 coin. Never happened. It's taken me 4 years to find one, and I am over the moon. Sadly, not the what's it called? Frankenstein. The one I really would have loved, but I'm never going to grumble at finding an NIFC £2 coin, my first one at least. Florence Nightingale again there for the second time. And to be fair, even if I found another Florence, I'm even distracted. Jane Austen, I almost said Audrey Hepburn there. I wouldn't grumble at that either. This one looks a bit odd. I think that's a fake. Looks odd, feels odd, sounds odd. A bit damaged, but there we go. Adding to my pile of fake £2 coins. Obviously, the number of fake £2 coins causes some concern because that's the reason the old pound coin got the heave-ho. Shakespeare's histories again. I think this is hollow. It's upside down, but yeah, hollow crown. So that's what the edge inscription should be on that one. What was I saying? I have no idea. Jane Austen. Yes, my first NIFC £2 coin ever. I've never found one, and quite ironic that it was Jane Austen, because where I used to live, Basingstoke, it's one of our more famous former citizens, Jane Austen. In fact, outside the Willis Museum in the town centre, not in the town centre, at the top of town, which we locals refer to it, there is a great big bronze statue of Jane Austen, and that's where they stood to hand them out. And sadly, I missed it because I was working in Hungerford, I think, at the time, for the day, and missed a chance to get it, which is gutted about. Brunel's Arches, the achievements at Paddington Station. Brunel's achievements, the arches at Paddington Station, I should say. And then at the end of the video, I will go through all these coins, flip them over like this, check the Queen looks that way. That's with the £2 at the top, date at the bottom. There we go. The other thing I thought worth mentioning, having a chat about, the Brexit error coin. Are we allowed to call it an error coin is the big question. It seems to be lots of people online giving people grief about that, and I think in videos that are to be edited and uploaded, videos that may be uploaded by the time this video comes out, I refer to it as an error coin as well. So, now, is it an error? VE Day anniversary there, most common commemorative £2 coin. We see tons and tons of that one. So, an error is something on the design that shouldn't be there, or something that shouldn't be on the coin, or something that should be on the coin that isn't there, like the undated 20p is an error. VE Day anniversary there, very nice, very common. Oh, that's going to be something as well. Another Shakespeare's histories. I see the word crown there, so that is fine. Nothing exciting there, other than it being a bit of face value. So, in my mind, the date of Brexit, 31st of January 2020, I think, off the top of my head. That is what should be on the coins. So, where Brexit was supposed to happen and was cancelled, delayed, I guess is more better phrasing of it. The coins were struck, ready to go out into circulation, and they got delayed, and they got melted down and restruck. Another VE Day anniversary. So there's what, 2 other dates that Brexit was supposed to be on before. Third time's the charm, and we left the European Union. Now, it would appear at least one of those coins with the wrong date on it has made its way out of the mint into circulation. And someone has found it, which is quite cool, which leads everyone to think, maybe we can find one as well. So hence why checking them all. But the argument over whether it's an error or not, because that was the design intended for the coin originally. The error is in it having been released. There's another World War I Army Centenary. It's the country, so that's fine. World War I Army Centenary, no edge inscription error. So it did then get me thinking, well, if it's not an error, if people are getting their knickers in a twist over calling it an error, what is it then? Is it a mule? A mule coin is where the obverse doesn't match the reverse, like Lord Kitchener. We haven't got one to demonstrate, but the design should look a certain way with £2, the wording £2 on the bottom of the obverse. So Is it a mule error? It's tricky to say, isn't it? Because again, that reverse and obverse, even the wrong data one was supposed to be on that coin at the time it was minted. Wireless transmission. And there's another Brunel's achievements. So I'm not quite sure what the correct phrasing should be. That's fine. Again, it just sounded a little bit odd. But I think we're safe in calling it an error, because the error is it having been released into circulation. Maybe not an error on the coin, but if there's another term, because so this is the problem. This is the problem. This is why I prefer the word coin collector to numismatist. It's unnecessary jargon, unnecessary terms, phrases. The idea is to have these terms to describe these things so that the most people in the hobby can understand it. What's the point in coming up with all these terms and phrases and pushing it on everyone else when all we want to know is all we want is conformity to in understanding. Trevithick steam locomotive, the same that oh, here we go. We've got a couple in this bag. Active Union, very common. And finally, Charles Darwin. Again, particularly common coin, but nice little run of coins there. So the same that I put the same point back to people who don't like the term NIFC, not intended for circulation. The British word is not struck for circulation, but if everybody understands the phrase NIFC, why change it? Anyway, edge inscription time. Standing on the shoulders of giants, not standing on the shoulders of giants should be the edge inscription of technologies. Anything else would be commemorative. I can see magnanimity, the third one down, that would be the VE Day anniversary. This is what I wanted to do. Imagine if I'd done this on the bag of coins I got the Jane Austen and looked at that edge inscription and went, what is that? I've got no idea. Giants. Oh, victory again. We've got another VE Day anniversary. There we go. Well, we got two. We did find some things. Nothing else to be had there, but we can't grumble at that. But no, I'd be fascinated to know in the comments, where do you stand on the incorrect Brexit, the wrong Brexit, the Brexit with the wrong date? What would you call it? Are you happy calling it an error? Are you not happy? And why aren't you happy calling it an error? Because I think there is an error. VE Day anniversary. There we go. Another Charles Darwin. I didn't find many of those, to be fair. It is a common coin, but it's one of the common coins that turn up the least, I guess I would phrase it. Obviously, that'll be the frustrating thing. I've put this message out. I've asked a question of people, and now I've got to wait a few weeks till this video goes up to find the answer. Guy Fawkes, very common. Don't remember per member. It's not really an error. That is an anomaly. Is that the word? It's not an anomaly. So because I like the word anomaly, because for coins that have minute errors that don't impact on the value of it, happy calling that an anomaly. And that was the point of using the word anomaly. It's because you say the word error, you think this adds value to this coin, a lot of value to this coin in some instances, and I think the incorrectly dated Brexit 50p's would command quite a bit more than their face value. Anyway, we're getting on to the last bag here. We've had a fair few nice coins. I think that's just dirty. For those of you that watch this from the video, I've got Discord server specifically for coin collectors, so come on over and join that if you're not on it. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the PA Box, and I'm on the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, so head on over there too to check out the videos I'm doing for them. We finished this bag on Trinity House. Again, one of my favourite circulating designs. It's a nice simplistic design, so lovely stuff. Now, I'm going to check the coins off the side for rotation errors, the commemoratives for rotation errors and edge inscription errors as well. Okay, so I've checked all the edge inscriptions and rotations, nothing new to add to our roster. You may notice these are all just in a random assorted pile. I missed a step. I forgot to record my outro before bundling up the returns to go back into the bag, back to the bank. So yeah, my apologies that they aren't laid out as neatly as they normally are. This is what normally happens. They just get scooped up, put in the bag, and they go back to the bank, and I keep these ones and that one that I think is probably a fake. We're going to take one last glance at it again. I think it is fake, so I'm going to put it in my fake pile. In terms of our star finds though, it'll be one of these three. Leaning personally towards the Britannia. I do like the Britannia design, but as ever, let me know down in the comments which is your favourite coin from today's hunt, and all that leaves me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.